people navigate school, sports, and social life, does it ever feel like it's all too much?
Well, you're in luck because our podcast, The In-Between Years, aims to help you figure out high school with Ava
And AK.
This episode is called Balancing It All or Trying to. To start off, the first aspect of every high schooler's life is school. Definitely like the most time consuming. On average, school takes up like 7 to 9 hours of our day. And like at least for me, it can feel super overwhelming. So AK, do you have any tips for staying ahead?
So I love to have one place to track everything. I love to have a planner, and I just like to write out on the calendar and just write out all my homework and all my quizzes and tests and like anything on my schedule, because it's so much easier, because if I don't write it down, I'll just forget about it.
Yeah, no, totally.
So do you have a place where you track anything for school?
Yeah, so I have like a homework folder where I put like everything that I like have to do, like doesn't matter the the subject, I put it all in one place.
Me too.
Because if I some people can do it where they put it in different binders.
I can't do that.
I would forget so easily. So I put it all in one, so it's like I open that up and I do what I need to do, and that just helps me like organize it. So yeah. Another tip is like burnout happens when your life is like fully focused on school. I think for me anyway, like that's something I've struggled with because I really want like good grades, and like I have a very I strive to like be really good in that like sense, but like yeah, burnout can happen definitely. So
it's kind of happening right now from being from such a long break and then having Monday off, and now have probably more days off. So yeah. So everyone struggles. Do not beat yourself up about one test. Ava, have you ever beaten yourself up about school or any tests?
Girl, when have I not? Definitely have had like some good grades there, but you know, like especially like if like you've studied for something like so much and then it ends up like not getting the grade that you want, like that can be so frustrating. But like yeah, you're totally right. Like don't beat yourself up too much about it, because that doesn't define me, you know. So I think that's something I definitely need to remember.
Yeah, I just took my geometry test yesterday and I have chemistry today, and I'm scared about it, but all that matters is I tried my best, and that's all that matters.
Yes. Another tip is for procrastination. Try the 5-minute rule, where like you can literally just isolate yourself completely with just your homework, like take away your phone, all distractions, and just start for 5 minutes, because starting is definitely like the hardest part. Yeah.
Do you use your phone to help you, but not hurt you? So sometimes I'll put a timer on my phone if I want to take a little break, be like, okay, 5-minute break. Or sometimes I need a scrolling break on like TikTok or anything.
Yeah.
So after I'm just getting stressed with school and I just need to take a little break, I'll just go on TikTok or Instagram or anything, and then I'll just get back to it. But it's always sometimes so hard to get back to school work when you've been on your phone for a little bit. So
yeah, definitely. Do you ever feel like asking questions in class is like showing weakness or like embarrassing?
Well, okay, so it depends on the question, because if I ask like a stupid question, they'll start laughing because he either already said it or she already said it, and I just sometimes just don't remember because I don't know. So I feel like it could be not embarrassing. I feel like how to like understand it is how you're gonna ask questions about it, and like people think like going tutoring is just like, what's the point, like you're not gonna get any work done, but honestly you do get so much done, and that's that's what I've learned this semester or this school year, is going to tutoring helps me. It's improved me so much on school. So
yeah, no, that's so good. And like I feel like that's something that people have been talking to me about, like, oh, like I'm not gonna ask a question even though I have one, because like I don't know, it's like embarrassing, or like
then when are you gonna ask it?
Exactly. And like that's also something I need to like be like, it's okay if I have questions, like it's fine, I'll figure, like I need to ask them or else I'm not gonna figure it out, you know. So yeah. AK, how has school impacted your life as a whole?
I don't know. It's just like school, I love having something to do during the day. So when we have long breaks and I have nothing to do, I just feel lazy all day. And I love waking up early, and I love going to bed early. Like last week I went to bed at 7:30 because...
Wow, that's impressive.
I know, but it could get really tiring, especially like on a Friday or something. So, and you'll be like, oh, you're dreading school, but school is the best thing for you because you get to have something to do. You get to see all your friends. You get to do schoolwork, which sometimes can be good and bad stuff, but I love school. Even though sometimes I don't show it, I love it a lot, so.
Yeah.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is the next aspect of a high schooler's life is sports. Ava, how do you balance schoolwork with practice and games?
So in high school, right now, I'm playing soccer and softball, and I'm in the district season of soccer. So balancing my schoolwork can actually be pretty hard around this time because the other week we had 4 games in 1 week. It was insane.
I heard about that.
Yeah, no, it was a lot. But I think something that is just super important is sometimes our games wouldn't be until like 5:30 and we get out of school at 3:10, and like choosing to use that time in between the two to like really like lock in and just like do the homework, because that's something that I at first was not doing, but like using that like hour, maybe 45 minutes is like makes all the difference for me. So
also, how do you balance like pressure? Have you ever had pressure from coaches, parents, or yourself?
Oh, that's a really good question. Definitely from all three, but I think the most prominent pressure is like pressure I put on myself, because I'm like, oh, I want to be the really good one. Like I want to like keep my teammates like happy, and like I want us to do well as a team, and like, but in order to do that, like I have to perform well. So yeah, no, actually district season last year I was the varsity goalie, and that was definitely a different aspect of soccer because I've never played that position before, and at first I was beating myself up so much that like I would go home crying even if we won the game. But like, you know, I think halfway through last year I realized like it's like this game does not define me, and I just need to do my best, and that's all I can do. So
I remember in 8th grade no one would be goalie, so I had to be goalie.
Yeah.
And I even if they got a goal in me, I would always think it's my fault.
Exactly.
When it really wasn't sometimes. So I just always beat myself up, and it was really hard on me. So, is there like any pressure there is? I don't know if you're gonna play sports in your future, but is there pressure like to perform your future, or?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think definitely like it might not look like sports necessarily for my future, but like definitely like performing well in like my job or like like things like that, definitely. Especially like for people I know who are like looking for like collegiate, like to be collegiate athletes, like they're like every meet matters, every, you know, like I want those scouts to look at me. But I think definitely like you need a good amount of pressure, but not too much to overwhelm yourself.
I agree. Okay, also there's some tips for handling like school and sports. Is time block your week. Schedule schoolwork around practices and not last minute, because sometimes you'll have practices going so late and you know you have a test the next day, but you don't study until after practice. And I always did that before, and like I would get home from a game or practice and I'd be like, oh, I'm too tired to even study. So then the next day I get a bad grade on test or quiz. So it just, I don't know. Also, another tip is prioritize sleep. Being tired hurts grades and performance. Sleep is the best thing you'll ever have. Sleep, I know for me, if I don't get a good night's sleep, I am just moody and no one talk to me for the rest of the day. And yeah.
No, definitely. Another thing is like bad games will happen. And one performance doesn't define you. So, just embrace it. Like, don't beat yourself up. Your grades still matter, even if your sport is your priority, because without you don't have to have necessarily the greatest grades ever, but I think definitely you need to still be eligible to play. AK, you were talking about maybe having experience with being eligible,
Yeah, so at our school, if you're failing 2 classes, you can't play your sport. So it was before homecoming, and I do cheer. So we're already it was probably a month before HOCO, and we were already working on performances, what to do at homecoming. And I was already failing 1 class, and I was really close to failing the next class. And it was just a lot of pressure on me, because I'm if I fail another class, then I just messed up everyone's routine. I feel it was just all I thought it was always my fault, but it really isn't. So grades still do matter, but even if sports are a priority. So also celebrate small wins, not just big games. You can also celebrate small wins and not big games in life too, because sometimes this small wins are honestly better than the big wins to me. Do you ever do that?
Yeah, definitely. I think, we won 6-1 against Coram Deo this year in soccer, and I just remember our entire team was just so happy. And it's it was only one game, but it brought our team together, and definitely was a highlight of this year.
That's good. I heard about that. I heard it was a good game too.
It was, yeah. AK, how has cheer distracted or taken you away from other aspects of your life? Not necessarily just schoolwork, but yeah.
So at the end of the last school year, because I wanted to make varsity because we had tryouts, and I didn't make varsities, and the whole year before tryouts, I was working so hard because I wanted to be on varsity with all my friends, and I didn't make it. And so when I was made JV, I was oh, there's no point in being here. Why am I still doing it? So I ended up being co-captain. So at the end of the school year, we had all these practices, and I didn't want to go because I just felt there was no point of being there, but then also that's just a bad perspective on my side, because I'm a leader and I shouldn't be telling, not telling everyone, but showing everyone that the practice doesn't matter. So yeah, I just feel this year on cheer has given me a new aspect on life, because at cheer camp freshman year I didn't like it. I just felt it was boring. So then this year I was helping all the freshman girls be this is the best camp ever. I don't know. So, and I did actually losing my voice at the end of the camp, and it was only for 3 days. So.
That's awesome. Okay, so our last point or aspect of every high schooler's life is your social life. These are the people that you hang out with outside of school and sports. So it's super important that you spend time with them, but not let them take up too much of your time.
So quality over quantity. A few friends matter more than a big group. So I have a big friend group, and it's just sometimes really hard to I don't know, because in my friend group there's just little groups in it. So they always I don't know. So you'll always only have a couple of friends that you can always go to, reach out to if anything happens. If you'll know if it's a true friend, if something happens and you call them hey, can you come pick me up, they'll drop anything for you. So I feel having at least one friend is better than having a big friend group.
Yeah. Also, another thing you can do is you can combine your social time and your productive time. So maybe doing study dates where you practice for your, or you study for your chemistry, but you're also hanging out with a friend. Or maybe you do walks with your friends, so it's combining exercise and your friend time, things like that. Have you ever tried that, AK?
Yes, I love going to Starbucks after school with my friends, because my friend Emma, she's so good at just helping me with chemistry, and I said, I have a big chemistry test today, so we just always go to Starbucks. The week of finals, every time after a final, we just go straight to Starbucks. So do you do any of that?
Yes, actually, Lucy and I will go on the weekends, on Sunday, and we'll do like a Bible study together sometimes. So it's like social but also spiritual. It's really awesome.
I love that.
Yeah. Another thing is like high school is temporary, but your growth is permanent. So like make sure that you're staying true to yourself like within your friendships. Personally, like I've experienced like people that I've kept around in my life only because like there were no other better options at the time. Like that was something I really struggled with, but it was like I wasn't being myself around them. So it kind of changed who I was. But I wish I'd heard that a little sooner, because like my growth is permanent, and like maybe I don't have as many friends, but the one or two that are like good for you and like good people, they're so important.
Yes. So high school friendships can be messy, but you're not behind, broken, or doing it wrong. You're just learning. Because high school is only 4 years of your life. You still have a long time of your life. So if there's drama or anything, just don't think, oh, my life's ending because of that one rumor, because it's not true. Because I've had rumors about me, and I would always like be like, oh, why do people think that about me and everything? But it's not like me, like it's
and
not
it doesn't
true.
matter. It's not your identity. Exactly.
So, guys, do not dwell on being overwhelmed. Take action to limit your stress. You are not defined by your performance in school and sports. Realize that sometimes you can get to it all, and that is okay.
In the end, high school is a chapter in your life that is super important, but don't get overwhelmed. Just have fun with it like we are. Thank you all for listening to the In Between Years podcast.
And I hope this will help you manage your high school career. Thank you.
Thank you.